My first real African experience was in South Sudan, the youngest country in the world. Here's a glimpse of the capital, Juba. We visited the main market of the city where we were very much the main attraction. However, the real reason why anyone will visit South Sudan is really to visit the Mundari Tribe, known for their iconic long-horned cattle. We arrived at just the right time and got to attend a local wrestling match between two neighboring tribes. The South Sudanese are the tallest people on earth, so to then see their wrestlers, the biggest among the biggest, was a sight to behold. They were dancing and singing, and there was an overall festive mood. What a great start! The next day, we were awoken with the stampede of the famous cows. I got out of my tent and we were surrounded. That blue tent was literally where I slept in. This day, we got to walk amongst the Mundari tribe, see where they lived, their daily routines, and gain a true insight into their lifestyles. I guess one of the more infamous things they are known for is taking a shower with cow urine, and there are many users of cow dung, some less hygienic than others. This was how we had dinner out in the campsite, cooking dinner on the back of a truck. Chicken and potato tasted so good but gave me the worst food poisoning in my life. After being extremely sick for 3 days, we made it to Bangui, the capital of Central African Republic, a country in the middle of a civil war. We saw military and guns everywhere we drove, and even had an altercation with a corrupt army colonel. It's also one of the poorest countries in the world. We took a day trip to the Boali Waterfalls. It wasn't big or majestic like the Iguazu Falls, but it was beautiful and there weren't any other tourists. We also drove into the jungle to visit the pygmy tribes. The pygmy people are the shortest people in the world, which is funny because we just saw the tallest people a few days prior in South Sudan. There was a huge show and dance, and some of my groupmates joined in. We had to pay the elders of the tribe to visit, and also brought some supplies from the city. But of course, the best part of the country isn't in the capital city. We chartered a private plane and paid an exorbitant black market fuel price to bring us to Dzanga Sangha National Park. This UNESCO site had an actual lodge with large beds, running waters, cold beers, great food, and Wi-Fi that worked for only a few minutes. I was pleasantly surprised. After checking in and lunch, we did a short hike to the Dzanga Elephant Enclave. I've never seen so many elephants in the wild before. We just sat on the observation platform and admired these majestic creatures from afar. The next day, we went gorilla trekking. Yes, we got to see wild western lowland gorillas up close. Now, Dzanga Sangha receives fewer than 500 visitors a year, so there's no line here, no pre-booking needed. And the permit only cost us $200 as opposed to $1,500 in Uganda or Rwanda. Oh, and since this was in 2022, we had to do a PCR test to protect the gorillas. This was a trip of a lifetime.